Have you ever woken up in the morning and noticed that something once so familiar, a natural part of youth, like morning erections, seems to appear less frequently these days? Or perhaps you still experience it and quietly wonder, does this mean anything? Is it normal at my age? I'm Dr. James, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience, supporting older gentlemen in preserving their vitality and staying connected to their bodies after 60. And today, I want to invite you to explore a truth that few people talk about. Morning erections aren't just a biological occurrence. They're a signal, a mirror that reflects the state of your vascular system, your hormone balance, your sleep quality, and even your emotional well-being. In this video, I'll share with you what many doctors tend to overlook, why morning erections are still important after age 60, what it could mean if they've started to disappear, and most importantly, how to naturally restore them if they're fading from your mornings. This isn't just a conversation about sex. This is an invitation to listen to your body more kindly, more attentively, as if reconnecting with an old friend you haven't spoken to in years. Before we dive into today's message, if you believe this topic matters, consider subscribing to Advice for Seniors and turning on the notification bell, so you never miss out on thoughtful, empowering guidance to help you live stronger, more confident, and more connected each day. If you're ready, let's begin this small but powerful journey, starting with your very next morning. 1. Morning erections. A mirror reflecting your vascular health. I once told a patient, if your heart is the engine, then your penis is the warning light. He looked at me puzzled. Then he nodded, because after a full health evaluation, it was his loss of morning erections that led us to an early diagnosis of arterial plaque buildup, something he had no obvious symptoms of yet. You see, morning erections, known medically as nocturnal penile tumescence, are not merely a sign of sexual interest. They're the result of a complex symphony of physiological processes that occur during sleep. Blood flow, nerve function, hormones, all working in harmony. In healthy men, even without dreams or stimulation, the penis naturally becomes erect during the night, especially during REM sleep. Why? Because the body is running a systems check, pumping blood, delivering oxygen, keeping tissues supple, and maintaining elasticity in the small blood vessels. And this is what I want you to remember. The penis contains some of the smallest blood vessels in the male body. That means when circulation starts to decline, whether from cholesterol, high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic stress, the penis is often the first place to show signs. So when morning erections begin to disappear, it's not just a man issue. It could be the body's first quiet signal of cardiovascular problems. I've seen many men come into my clinic with a simple concern. Doctor, I haven't had morning erections lately. Should I be worried? And that question often opens the door to a journey of discovery, lifestyle change, and even the prevention of future health risks. So if you notice changes, don't ignore them. It's not something to fear. It's just your body trying to talk to you, softly but urgently. 2. Testosterone and sleep. The silent duo behind a man's morning vitality. When people think of testosterone, they often picture muscles, a deep voice, or bold masculinity. But what few realize is this. Testosterone, working in harmony with deep, restful sleep, is actually the silent force behind those morning erections you once thought were just incidental. Did you know that testosterone levels in healthy men naturally peak around 6 a.m.? That's not a coincidence. It's nature's perfect timing, and it's this gentle surge that helps trigger those regular morning erections during the prime of life. But after age 60, everything begins to shift. Testosterone levels naturally decline by about 1% each year, and along with it, deep sleep often becomes harder to come by. Many older men report waking up in the middle of the night, frequent urination, or simply struggling to fall asleep. Here's the problem. Morning erections only occur during REM sleep, deep, high-quality rest that becomes more elusive as we age. So when both hormone levels and sleep quality start to fade, it's no surprise that you might wake up and no longer see your old friend there to greet you. But let me be clear, this is not the end. It's a reminder. If you pay attention to your sleep, if you nurture your circadian rhythm, reduce stress, eat well, and stay active. You are also nurturing your testosterone, and in doing so, you naturally restore your body's ability to experience morning erections again. I've seen many older patients who, after improving their sleep routines, came back weeks later and quietly shared, "Doctor, lately I feel younger somehow. I wake up with a familiar feeling I thought I had lost." That moment isn't just about the body, it's a moment of hope being rekindled. 3. When losing morning erections is more than a sexual issue, it's an early signal from your heart, brain, and metabolism. Here's something most people don't say out loud, but as a medical professional, I know it to be true. Losing morning erections after 60 isn't just about sex. It can be one of the first and most silent warning signs that your blood vessels are weakening, your nervous system is slowing, or your metabolism is falling out of balance. We all know that achieving an erection requires a beautifully intricate coordination between the nervous system, hormones, and, most importantly, blood flow. Blood must be pumped rapidly into the penile tissues and held there long enough to sustain an erection. Any slight dysfunction, whether in the vascular system, nerve signals, or hormone levels, can interrupt this process. And the result? No more morning erections. In clinical practice, I've met many men who came in simply because their morning erections had stopped. And after further examination, we discovered early signs of hypertension, prediabetes, or even early-stage atherosclerosis. Sadly, if left unchecked, these signals can lead to more serious events, like stroke, heart attack, or nerve damage. Some men brush it off. It's just old age. I don't need that anymore. But what they don't realize is that isn't just about desire. It's a vital mirror of total health. You don't need to panic if you miss 1 or 2 mornings. But if your morning erections have disappeared entirely for weeks at a time, consider it a gentle prompt to check in with your body. Monitor your blood pressure. Get your blood sugar tested. Reflect on your lifestyle. Are you sedentary, sleep-deprived, chronically stressed? Because sometimes the first thing to fade each morning is the very thing your body is using to quietly alert you. Something is beginning to decline, and you can do something about it if you act in time. 4. Why morning erections can be inconsistent, and when that's perfectly normal. Many men in their 60s and 70s have asked me, "It's strange, doctor. Some weeks I still wake up with a morning erection, but then a few days go by, and it disappears completely. Is that a sign something's wrong?" And I always respond with a gentle smile. No, not necessarily. The human body is not a machine running on a fixed program. It's a living being, feeling, responding, and shifting with the rhythms you create. What that means is, morning erections don't have to happen every single day to prove you're healthy. There are days when you sleep deeply, feel relaxed, your hormones are balanced, and the morning erection shows up naturally. But there are also nights when sleep is disrupted, stress lingers, or you've eaten a heavy late dinner, and your body doesn't have enough time to recover. So you wake up without that familiar sign. That's normal. Your biological rhythms fluctuate. Testosterone levels rise and fall depending on your sleep quality, your daily habits, even the season or your state of mind. However, if the absence becomes consistent, lasting 3 or 4 weeks or more, then it's time to pay attention. Because at that point, it's no longer just a natural variation. It could be the result of a deeper physiological or even medical issue quietly unfolding inside you. That's why you must listen to your body as you would an old friend. Don't panic just because your morning erection doesn't show up for a few days. But don't ignore it if that friend goes missing for too long either. Between fear and neglect lies a middle path. Awareness, understanding, and gentle but proactive adjustment to your lifestyle. And if you're now asking, where do I even begin? Then the next part is just for you. Because morning erections are not only something to observe, they're something you can restore if you know how. 5. How to maintain or restore morning erections naturally and safely. If you've ever wondered, is there a way to bring back those mornings when my body quietly told me I was still healthy? The answer is yes. And no, it doesn't have to involve medication. After more than 30 years of working with older men, I've come to realize a simple truth that's often forgotten. Your body is a remarkably sensitive system that wants to heal itself. It just needs you to stop hurting it and start nurturing it properly. So where should you begin? First, start with sleep. It may sound basic, but most men over 60 underestimate the importance of sleep. They stay up late, delay bedtime, and then wonder why their body no longer responds the way it used to. The truth is, morning erections are deeply tied to one critical phase of sleep, REM sleep. If you're not sleeping deeply enough, or if you wake up frequently through the night, your body simply doesn't have the time or rhythm it needs to activate that physiological reflex, so make sleep a priority. Turn off your devices early, avoid caffeine after 2 p.m., keep your bedroom cool and quiet. These might seem like small things, but they are the first steps toward awakening the life that still lives quietly within you. Second, move your body, but don't overdo it. A 30-minute walk each day, or some gentle exercises to increase pelvic circulation, can be enough to reignite the natural reflex of morning erections. Remember, blood is life, and life needs motion. Third, eat with intention. Many people don't realize that diets high in sugar, saturated fat, alcohol, or processed foods can directly weaken your microvascular system, including the tiny blood vessels that nourish the penis. Instead, choose real foods, leafy greens, fatty fish, berries, nuts, and clean water. Don't let your body dry up during the years it most needs nourishment. And finally, reconnect. It's no coincidence that many men begin to lose morning erections around the same time they start feeling lonely. Emotions affect hormones. And connection, even just a hug, a glance, or a meaningful conversation, can awaken your body in beautiful, unexpected ways. So don't think of aging as a sentence. Think of it as a gentle invitation to live more deeply within your own body. If you've made it with me this far, allow me to say something. Not as a doctor, but as a fellow man who has walked beside thousands of others in the journey of aging. Morning erections are not just a physical phenomenon. They are a silent signal of vitality, a message that your body still knows how to respond, connect, and hope. We live in a world that moves too fast to notice the small things, like waking up to a calm heartbeat and a body that still remembers how to greet the day. And one morning when that sign disappears, we panic, we worry, or worse, we accept it as inevitable. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone, and you can absolutely recover. The truth is this: what weakens older men is not age itself. It's silence. It's no longer asking how we feel, no longer caring for ourselves, no longer believing that we still deserve to feel full and whole. Morning erections, if present, are a gift. If they're gone, they are a message. And if you're reading this now, it means you still have time to listen and to begin healing. You don't need to be 20 again, but you can live your 60s, 70s, and even 80s with strength, clarity, and vitality. Your body is still listening, and now you know how to speak back to it with care, with patience, and with belief. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for choosing to care for yourself. And if this message spoke to you, please share it with another man, someone who may need to hear it more than you know.